All right. How much does SpongeBob make? I know y'all want to answer. I do too. But let me know what y'all think down in the comments. Like, do a guess right now. Go ahead. 3, 2, 1. Boom. You guess. I'm watching now.
Told you, the person behind the famous, acclaimed, and delicious Krabby Patty is actually a millionaire, and not for the reasons you think. He was able to buy his pineapple house in full cash and fill in a beautiful and massive library with loads of knowledge. It is not that he gets a good salary, right?
Wow, that's more than I make.
Hey, Loki though, if y'all ever watch SpongeBob, his mom got a Birkin bag, so you know he was a rich kid already.
Well, let's see. How much money does SpongeBob make? This is suggested in several episodes, so we are going to see what has been shown to answer this. We are not going to estimate how much money he makes based on a minimum wage. This channel, which I suppose is the official, came up with those conclusions that I honestly don't agree. This is an awesome, well thought and produced video that I highly recommend.
Why is he going in on somebody else who made a video, bro? Like you ain't have to do him that bad. I understand you're probably very smart, but you ain't have to tell old boys they was wrong.
But the thing is, they say SpongeBob has made over $700,000 in his whole career, which sounds like a lot, taking into account how miserable, cheap, and stingy Mr. Krabs is.
I'd save a whole nickel if I cut your salary completely.
He would literally charge his employees for breathing, talking, standing, and even existing. First of all, SpongeBob started his journey in 1999, but in the episode Big Pin Loser, Patrick gets jealous because SpongeBob has so many trophies. So they decide the way Patrick is gonna get an award is by working in the Krusty Krab. SpongeBob tells Patrick he had to pay Mr. Krabs $100 an hour when he started working in the Krusty Krab. But hey, nowadays is better because now he only has to pay him $50. Nice deal. Although in one of the episodes of the first season, Squeaky Boots, Mr. Krabs has a present for his daughter.
It wouldn't be those totally hip new flipper slippers everyone wants.
Yeah, he gives her some fish boots. Then they wonder why girls end up believing in zodiac signs.
I don't get where he going with the zodiac signs, but I do want to know how much SpongeBob makes. So right now, I'm not getting a lot of answers.
So Mr. Krabs is worried because he spent $2 whole on those boots until SpongeBob shows up.
Can I get my paycheck?
So he finesses SpongeBob to get the boots instead of his paycheck. That goes south quickly as the squeaky boots are driving him crazy. So he gets rid of them, and he ends up giving back a decent amount of money to SpongeBob. It does look like minimum wage. If we take a look at this next episode, Pussy Boots, Pearl gets a job at the Krusty Krab during her summer vacation. She completely revamps the restaurant into a more hip fashion place for the teenage crowd.
It's a new club that plays really great hardcore techno for really hip young crowds.
Mr. Krabs is unable to fire Pearl, so SpongeBob has to be the one to do this.
Mr. Krabs.
At the end, to get rid of the pink and shiny decor.
You always think all the pause moments SpongeBob has. Like, what was going on there, bro? Like, I don't know, man. Nickelodeon at the end of 2000s. Just can't get past these allegations.
Pearl bought. Mr. Krabs gives SpongeBob the stuff that the daughter bought in exchange for a year's salary. If we assume that his salary is the average for a cook in any fast food restaurant, which is not enough, then it's not unreasonable to think that's the amount for the complete decoration of a restaurant. Couple episodes later, in the episode Dying for Pie, Squidward mentions he makes minimum wage.
Now, may I resume my minimum wage duties?
I'm pretty sure Squidward gets paid minimum wage because he won't be scammed by Mr. Krabs so easily. Well, he tries to not get scammed. A scene in the episode Squid on Strike, where Mr. Krabs embraces a profit-maximized work environment, showing no respect and no empathy for the working class. This due to his profits going down $3 compared to the last month. Unacceptable. Squidward is aware of the mistreatment situation.
Okay, so is SpongeBob's salary $15,000 a year? He said that, and then Squidward gets minimum wage. There's a lot of talk going on in this video, but I don't know. It's kind of hard to follow. It's a lot going on.
Meanwhile, SpongeBob is like,
Here you go, Mr. K. I think this should cover all my nonsense.
as the greedy big-nosed squid actually wants to get paid for his hard work, he decides to protest. SpongeBob is of being manipulated ends up taking him on a strike. But do you know any strike that does not end up being useless? Me neither, as by the end of the episode, SpongeBob destroys the restaurant and Mr. Krabs tells them in order to pay off these damages, they are going to work for him forever. I mean, he didn't say they have to work for free, but at best they will work for a miserable pay. The following episode, titled Skill Crane, Mr. Krabs puts a claw machine in the restaurant. Squidward becomes more addicted than celebrities to heroin. Mr. Krabs gives Squidward his salary in a bag full of coins so he can spend it all. He's like a dealer at this point. He also spends all his savings.
What's this?
The deed to my house.
Which is a pretty wise financial decision. Towards the middle of the episode, we see Mr. Krabs counting all the money Squidward has spent.
3,498 of Squidward's quarters?
So it seems he goes for half-counted coins, and 3,500 quarters of dollar is $875. So it would be about $1,750. With savings and the payment of that month, then that would confirm he gets about minimum wage. But just a few episodes later, in Funny Pants, it is mentioned...
we get that he gets minimum wage. We keep getting that. We're 5 minutes through this thing. There's no way that for me to calculate, or I have no clue in calculating what SpongeBob make. Do y'all? Like, I'm not tripping. Like, I'm not saying we're wasting our time. We're gonna get to the bottom of this, but we're not getting to the bottom of it fast enough. Like, we're not calculating how much SpongeBob making. Or Squidward, like we didn't just get how much Squidward makes.
They get paid a nickel per day. In the episode Bummer Vacation, it is shown to us the exorbitant amount of money he makes a year.
Wow, that's more than I make in a year.
Same here, boy. Even in the episode One Course Meal, we see Mr. Krabs pay SpongeBob with counterfeit money.
There you go, buy yourself something pretty.
Hey, this isn't money.
Oh, be sure to subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subs. It would mean a lot to me if you subscribe.
Checking from Capital One, it's all about you. Banking the way you want.
So as we saw, Mr. Krabs can be paying them minimum wage for legal reasons.
Skinny bottom labor regulations? Ew!
But he skillfully finds ways of cutting their salary, over-exploring them, and even getting SpongeBob to pay him. But at least he thinks so it's alright.
Beep, boop, bop.
Okay, so if SpongeBob doesn't make any money from his job, how does he manage to make ends meet? Is he even rich? Well, first of all, we have seen him plenty of times flexing money like he's trying to sell you a course through TikTok.
Called Hustlers University. It's $49 a month.
Let's rule out the theory that he's...
Nah, he not wild. I told y'all, SpongeBob I think come from money low key. Like, and you remember he used to sell them chocolates. So
some money because he lives with Gary, who according to one episode, he is the legitimate king of Bikini Bottom. But there's no evidence he gets any income from that, and this was never repeated or referenced again. So no, it's not daddy money or pet money. As we saw, he really bought his house, so he doesn't pay rent. He doesn't have a car. Therefore, he moved to using public transportation or on foot, just like me, for real. Additionally, we see that SpongeBob lives a simple and frugal life. He grows his own food in his secret garden. He doesn't have expensive hobbies, catching jellyfish and playing with bubbles. Even this weirdo goes outside. Evaluate yourself. But here's where things become interesting. If we take a deeper look, we will find things look kinda hot for SpongeBob. He's doing very well outside of the Krusty Krab. In the episode Patty Hype, SpongeBob came up with the idea of these colorful burgers.
I remember Pretty Patties. Y'all remember them Pretty Patties. Then he sold it to Mr. Krabs.
New customers. But Mr. Krabs and Squidward make fun of him. They crush SpongeBob's heart. They don't think he's gonna succeed.
I'll open my own restaurant. You'll see.
But he knows this is the $1 million idea. The business is open, and SpongeBob gets no sales until he gets that first customer that gets the snowball rolling, and the Pretty Patties become a massive hit. There's thousands of anxious people waiting to get themselves a Pretty Patty, each fat in its SpongeBob's pockets. Mr. Krabs sees this, so he gives them the Krusty Krab.
And in exchange, I'll give you the Krusty Krab.
With the key of the Krusty Krab and the Pretty Patties with some side effects, we see the audacity he has for business. Get on, bro. In the episode One Krabs Trash, Mr. Krabs tries to get back a soda-drinking hat he sold to SpongeBob for $10, and many collectors offer him $1 million for the hat.
Sir, I'll give you $1 million for that hat.
By the end of the episode, it turns out this piece of
Actually, like, after watching this video, I've seen way too many episodes of SpongeBob.
modern engineering is not that valuable.
They're worthless.
But SpongeBob rocks out a new hat and even gets an offer of $1 billion. Do you see where this is going? Bob finds a very luxurious pearl in the episode Pearl's Pocket, and he basically becomes filthy rich. But it doesn't last long, since he wastes his money faster than a rapper. Although at the end, Patrick finds a huge diamond that looks more valuable than the pearl. But it's not just luck. In the episode Chocolate with Nuts,
Chocolate? Chocolate!
But I tell you, he was selling them chocolates. See, I'm on top of this.
Chocolate!
Bob and Patrick are amazed by a magazine that shows a high standard of living.
How do the people in that magazine get all that money?
They're entrepreneurs.
And this is why SpongeBob is rich. Cause he is an entrepreneur. He starts conversation with, "Hey, do you like passive income?" So they decide to sell chocolate. They mastered the art of selling basically by trial and error. And they make quite some money to rent a whole restaurant for a date. Not gonna lie, that's quite weird, but multi-millionaires do be weird. So as we know, the income SpongeBob gets from the Krusty Krab is complicated. It seems minimum wage, but there's evidence he actually gets cents, or that he even has to pay Mr. Krabs, as he will always find ways to get a back from his employees. This means that in his salary, he receives less coins than a drunk dancing in the street, which is not enough to get by, even with his simple and frugal lifestyle. Trust me, I've tried it. So it is clear that he has found creative ways to make ends meet. And even more than that, as it seems, SpongeBob has the ability or the luck to generate wealth easily, as we have seen in many occasions. Plus it seems his parents are well off, so it wouldn't be unusual if they help him out a bit. And it's not strange for him to work for pennies, since what makes him happy the most is to make Krabby Patties.
Okay, hold on. I'm not gonna lie. Shout out to whoever made that video, but we did not learn how much SpongeBob made in that video. Like, we watched the whole 10 minutes of this thing, and then y'all listen to me talk about it. So it's probably 15 minutes of not knowing what he makes, which we know he's rich. Like, he got daddy's money. Like, but I don't know, man. Tell me how much y'all think SpongeBob make in the comments. I would love to know what y'all think. I think SpongeBob probably make a cool 20,000 little Krusty Krab dollars, but he probably made millions and millions off, you know what I mean? He went to Atlantis. He had his own business, you know what I mean? He had to have the money to be a Weenie Hut Jr., but you know what I mean? So y'all let me know what y'all think down below. I wish the guy would at least gave us a guesstimate, but yeah, till next time.